Oh, welcome, welcome, welcome. Great to see you here. It's a big day. Bitcoin still just grinding at this make or break level where we've been at for a few days. I want to discuss the Bitcoin charts with you. I want to talk about some altcoin charts, a little bit of macro sprinkled in there. Going to try to keep the first half of the show short so we have more time for your questions. Lots going on. Nice to see everybody. Matthew, Freak, Georgia, Larry, Rich, Daniel, Daz, Creek Monster, Daniel, Sam, Logan, guys, Huckleberry, Rui, Jaden, nice to see everybody in here. Excited to see you guys. Ultimate Team Dave, Scream Stuffs, Chris. Let's go ahead and get it, guys. Guys, Bitcoin's been doing some crazy shit recently. Look at this. This kind of reminds me here of this here, where we grinded from, when was this? The 12th of April to the 21st of April, 9 days straight of just trying to get over these key moving averages, and blam, explosion. Interestingly, we now have had a few days of trying to get over this 95K line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Day number 6 today, 95,000. We are right at the line right now. Right at the line. Fascinating. Two scenarios in my brain. Scenario number one, we actually get a definitive candle, just like a candle, right? Smashes us up to some major next level, like 98K. You see 98K back here, major price resistance for a very long time. So we get this nice boom, straight up 98K just in like 5 minutes. Somebody, Michael Saylor, just market by $1 billion. Let's go. Straight up 98K. Or, where's my volume? Where's the volume match? But turn the volume on here. Have a look there. There we go. Or, problematically, we're seeing volume declining into this move right now. Now, we saw a similar thing here. We had our initial sort of breakout move on high volume, right? Bottoming on high volume here and here. Then volume just died. For 3 days, volume was dead. Price moved just straight sideways, and then volume picked up again. We had pretty high volume moving into these 3 candles here, but we failed to get over 95K even with that high volume kicking in. Now, last 3 days, look at that. It's shocking, actually. This is on Coinbase, too. So there's no, I mean, I know, okay, institutional buying Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, dead at the weekend, right? You can really tell the effect of the ETFs. ETF flows will start coming later today, I guess. U.S. markets will be opening for Bitcoin ETF trading in a few hours. Let's assume Bitcoin ETFs buy some Bitcoin today, then probably going to send the price higher. Well, potentially anyway. You can see 3 days of huge Bitcoin ETF inflows last week. Didn't actually manage to get the price over 95K, but very low volume, spot volume right across the board there. For the last few days over on Coinbase, this is not sort of the global macro, all exchanges combined chart, but Coinbase is usually a pretty good indication of how the broader market is doing anyway. Not any real volume on this current move higher. Let's see how it goes, though. That 95K line is the line to beat. Failure to take out 95K. I feel like we get a move back down here to around $89,000, which might say, that's crazy talk. Lark, how could we do that? That's 5%, man. That's not even, it's like a sneeze for Bitcoin. It would actually be normal and healthy and fine, like nothing crazy about it at all. A little 5% move back down, not a problem. If it happens, let's see, again, declining volume, running into this key area of resistance here. It's either a big fat breakout or slow decline back down here, or maybe just a straight up blood curdling scream back down and something like that. Anyway, basically back down to the 20-day EMA, which also happens to line up with this key area of previous resistance, now flipped into support. 89K. There you go. That's the key level. If you're looking for, if you missed this and you're going, shit, man. Well, that's probably your second best bet if we get that pullback right there. There are always pullbacks to the 20-day EMA on any bullish sort of breakout move, whatever. There are always pullbacks to 20-day EMA. Trucker Mike, what is up? Collecting milk in Edgecombe, New Zealand. My man. Out there doing the work, man. Picking up the milk. Love to hear it. Trucker Mike. Fantastic stuff. Just driving your truck around New Zealand all day, man. Edgecombe, where is it? Where is Edgecombe? I'm curious. I got to look it up now. We got to check, obviously. Edgecombe, New Zealand. Where is this place? I'm curious. Oh shit, right up there on the coast. Oh man, you were out there. Look at that. Okay, let's put this over. Whack this over here real quick. We're getting totally off in the weeds here, guys, but let's just have a quick look at that. There you go. Edgecombe, New Zealand over there. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. The coast along here is just crazy, man. Absolutely beautiful stuff. Anyway. Shout out, man. What's up? What's up? Sometimes I miss the beautiful greenery of New Zealand here in the oven of Dubai. But yeah, awesome stuff, man. Anyway, continuing. Ryan Dietrich said, I know the Zweig breadth thrust. Every time I hear the Zweig breadth thrust, I just think of like Beavis and Butthead, just like, he said thrust. Anyway, got all the attention last week. The fact New York Stock Exchange had 6 days with at least 70% advances over a 2-week period really had my attention as well. This simply doesn't happen in a bear market. Okay. Interesting. We got some other great charts to share with you guys here in just a second. Some contrarian takes that may show where things aren't as exciting as everybody believes they'd be right now. This is the giant bull trap, and it's all going to go to zero. Before we get into that, guys, you're trading these markets. You're long in the rips. You're short in the dips, or maybe you're not because you're in a place where you're kind of screwed, man. You want to do all that stuff, but your local exchange kind of screwing you over. Can't get access to good leverage trading, or you just want to try a new exchange. The current exchange you're trading on kind of sucks, whatever it might be. Try out BitUnix. It's where I'm doing a lot of my trading these days. It's a great exchange, deep liquidity, no KYC, no VPN, no BS, meaning anybody, anywhere can trade on BitUnix. Okay? Sign up down below. Use that link here. You get some exclusive rewards, $400 in deposit bonuses. So you deposit $2,000, you get $400 back. $500 in trading bonuses, $10 for free just for starting your account exclusively using the link down below in the description. This offer ends in 2 days, so you better hop on if you want to go and check it out. Okay, so continuing. Can't wait to move back home to New Zealand. For me, I feel like I'm going to be out of New Zealand for a long time, if I ever get back there at all. But I don't know. We'll see. I love New Zealand. But actually, we were saying we should go back for like 2 or 3 weeks, go to Waiheke Island or something like that. Spend a few weeks just chilling, watching from West Harbor. What up? What up, man? Nice to see you. Anyway, Mike Zaccardi, U.S. supply chain and tariff headline. April 2nd, tariffs hit. We already know about that. Mid-May, ships stop, trucking demand collapses. I saw another tweet kind of related to this whole thing about the number of containers arriving into the Los Angeles port. It's down 50% already. Late May, layoffs start rising. Unemployment's going to start spiking up pretty soon. All those truckers are not going to have jobs. All the people in shops are not going to have jobs. The people at the ports are going to lose their jobs right on down the line. Summer 2025, the recession begins. That's from Torsten at Apollo, some big fund. Well, it's interesting here, isn't it? Interesting. You look at the charts, Bitcoin's pumping, meme coin's going crazy. A lot of stuff's still down pretty big time, but not Bitcoin. Obviously, it's doing pretty good by comparison, but it's an interesting timeline, isn't it? Really kind of makes you think about, rallying into sort of June for a local peak at 150K or something like that. Interesting food for thought. Very interesting indeed. And there's a lot of counter narratives. The U.S. consumer is still strong and stuff like that, but there's cracks appearing. The stripper index and stuff like that's going up. So yeah. Tony the Bull Severino saying every Bitcoin bear market has a worse so back moment. Is this where we are now? This is just one chart from his latest issue where he has plenty of bullish counter analysis. Now, yes, true. Every bear market's got gigantic rallies in it. For example, back in 2022, you can see this right here, February, March, April, big move, right? Part of the problem with that, let's just have a little, oh shit, Bitcoin's trying, man. Bitcoin's trying, 95.8. That was the previous high back here on the 25th of April. Are we going to gun it? Are we going to gun it, guys? Oh no, let's see. Let's go back here. This is interesting to have a look at. 2022, here we go. So here's the deal. Structurally, it was pretty interesting. So we did have a breakout down here, right? But that breakout didn't really get us above, not really back strongly above the moving averages. The current breakout looks very functionally quite different. Even this one, we did get above the 200 a day. So you might say, okay, well, that's kind of similar to where we are right now. And we did have that MACD daily uptrend and stuff like that. So, you know, maybe there's certainly credence to the theory that, yes, there are massive rallies in bull markets, but generally the rallies don't look quite like this, where you have all the moving averages start trending up like this. We can always turn around as market's crazy. One Trump tweet and we're all back in Goblin Town, okay? But the moves don't tend to look like this, where you have all the EMAs starting to trend back up. Moving averages moving up is generally a pretty good thing and showing that a reversal is at least coming in to some extent. Anyway, then we keep getting news like this, guys. A secular bull run for crypto coming. Citibank, one of the largest banks in the USA, will soon allow customers to invest in Bitcoin and various cryptocurrencies. Millions more buyers coming. Millions more. Bitcoin Archive saying there'll be more partnership announcements between Wall Street firms and crypto companies this year. The adoption's coming, baby. It's starting. It's happening. Don't fade it. Don't fade it. We got here Mr. Crypto sharing this chart from Blockchain Center. Bitcoin season, altcoin season. We are literally at the inverse of altcoin season right now. Okay? Lots of upside still to go. Oh yeah, I saw this. Apparently, no Portugal and no Portugal in Portugal. No electricity in Portugal and Spain. Some people saying England and Ireland may be also affected. If you're in England or Ireland watching the stream this morning, good morning, by the way. Have a good day at work. But let me know if you guys have electricity there. Pretty crazy stuff. Anyway, you want to sell your altcoins up here? There's still a lot of room to run here for this. Crypto Amsterdam saying, keep it simple. Bitcoin, range low reclaim. And that's on this chart here. Range low reclaim here. It's around 89K. It's what I've been talking about here with you guys as well. Altcoins, mid-range deviation, trend breakout. As long as the reclaim levels hold, we should push higher. I'm interested in dips. I agree. McKenna says, people are fighting between we are now mid-cycle versus this is a bear market rally. So I've lived through numerous bear market rallies, and this does not feel like one of them. Bitcoin is maturing as a global asset, seeing multi-nine-figure ETF inflows from institutions who express long-term outlooks. This move up has been clearly driven by spot. If Bitcoin rises, the majority of risk is dragged up with it. Fart coin to the moon. Let me just translate that for you. Fart coin to the moon. It's true, though. Fart coin to the moon. I wanted to share this with you because I know XRP, shout out to the XRP guys out there, okay? Look, analyst identifies gigapump patterns suggesting a $15,000 XRP surge is possible. Oh my gosh. Brad says we have electricity and taxes here in New Zealand. Well, I'm glad they're getting the taxes. That's good. Fuck, Brad. I know, right? Oh, just taxes on everything. They take half your income, and then there's sales tax, and there's property tax, and there's tax on your tax, and there's tax for the tax man, and tax for your cow, and that's absurd, man. Ireland, what up? Robin, good morning. Good morning. Good morning, guys. Great to hear everybody over there in Ireland and the UK does have energy today. Now, don't want to pour some cold water on the XRP party over here, okay? But that shit ain't happening. Oh, what the fuck you guys are smoking, man? This guy's crazy. XRP is not going to $15,000. If it goes to $15,000, it's worth like literally every asset on the planet combined. Does that make sense? Of course, that doesn't make sense. That's ludicrous beyond belief. That being said, XRP has had a nice little run here in the last few days. Nice looking chart as always. I am pissed off at XRP. Though the bread garlic house got me again. Shared a nice long setup on X on Friday. Just sat there chilling. And then this happened. I've had my stop loss at 217. Went down to 216.1. Now, of course, it went up to 236 today. Sure ran that stop. I just thought, okay, well, we lose a 50-day, just wicked under a little bit. Probably should have said that stop loss a little more leniently under the 20-day EMA maybe. Anyway, c'est la vie, on to the next one. It's all good. Pokemon Sui rumors are true. They are true. Pokemon tweeting out this about their digital souvenirs. Yeah, that's launching on the Sui blockchain. Okay, so there you go. Fantastic shit. Sui has just been going gargantuan. I mean, goodness gracious me. Look at this thing, man. Since the breakout the other day, 75% gains. Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. Pumping higher today. 13% up from today's lows. Wildly powerful coin, pumping like crazy. Don't fade it. Gosh damn. Apparently, I should have traded my Aptos for Sui. My Aptos ain't been doing shit. Sui's basically doubled in the last week. Anyway, say la vie. Let's do it, guys. Let's hydrate. Get our red caps on. Okay. Almost 40. Try not to go bald. It's gonna happen. It's fine. It's fine. Checking in from Wales. What up, Toby? Got your electricity. Sheep are fine. I knew a dude from Wales back in the day. Shout out Rob, if you ever listen to man. He taught me one of my favorite words, a Welsh word. Was it? I have to say, make sure I get it right. Is that poppity ping? It means microwave in Welsh. Fantastic stuff. Lark, did you ever buy Walrus? No, I did not. I did not, unfortunately. The Walrus chart was pretty clean, though, to be fair. I got greedy to the downside. You know, so many of these coins have launched on Binance, and they just fucking crater, don't they? And I was like, you know what? I want to get a decent price on this bad boy, and it kind of just didn't really come, unfortunately, which is super annoying. But let me just put the chart up here for you guys. I'll show you that. You can see, I mean, that's actually set up a very nice bottom around 38.40 cents. Shouldn't have been so greedy. I was like, oh, I'm going to get it at 30 cents. It's going to wick down there one of these days. Nah, I actually had a triple F and bottom. Triple F and bottom here, guys. Then you can draw this right across here. Boom, like that, approximately. So big breakout potential coming here. Basically a nice 20% move, so 20 cent move, sorry. So that might see this breakout from this sort of 55-cent range up to 75, 80 cents, something like that, potentially as a sort of technical breakout target for this move here on Walrus. But Sui, man, Sui's a unicorn maker. Gosh damn. That's why I'm starting to farm the momentum airdrop. I got to make a video for you guys on that one soon, and we can, have that information there for you. But I'm farming that airdrop. I think it's going to be pretty good. Our airdrop's been crazy on Sui. Sui's been crazy. It's definitely turning out to be the ecosystem of the cycle, right? I mean, after Solana, obviously. But of course, we're not talking about ETH because ETH is just, the get kicked in the balls coin. Rob, Lark, can you take a look at the virtuals chart? I was actually taking a look at the virtuals website earlier. Looking for some new AI agents, baby. Oh yeah, look at this bad boy going. God damn. Yeah, damn. This thing is a pumping. Let's go. Up 140% since the 20-day EMA breakout. We got a 50-day EMA crossover. A lot of coins have been like this. It's actually been super relentless, man. It's been super relentless the past few days. It's actually been pretty crazy to watch. Like the just perpetual spot bid on so many coins has been absolutely crazy, man. Absolutely crazy. So that's intense. There just really has been no significant pullbacks on almost any of these coins, which makes me think that, god dang, we are really due for a decent pullback across quite a few coins soon. But then, Bitcoin just keeps pumping. Look at it go. It's not giving it, man. Altcoins keep pumping hard. They're getting aggressive bids right now, whether it be AI agent coins, which I'm going to be watching out for new AI agent coins for you guys, watching out for new meme coins, all that kind of stuff. Obviously, we're watching all this stuff in the Discord all the time. So there's a link down below the Discord if you guys want to get signed up to that. But yeah, incredible. I mean, these things have given very little quarter for people just not insta-bidding, basically. I mean, look at that breakout. You had 2 days here, the 50-day EMA, no real pullback to the 20-day EMA, blasted right out beyond the 50-day EMA, no pullback to the 50-day EMA yet. Right up to the 200, no real pullback to that, and just gunning higher. It's been crazy strength across the board here for a lot of coins, and of course that's a big downtrend breakout that happened the other day here too. So a lot of big moves coming in here across the board for these coins. Now, that being said, again, there are going to be big pullbacks, guys, and I feel like everyone's getting a little bit too irrationally bullish here. We can see even right now that we are coming up on a major area of price resistance here for virtuals, whether that be here from this point of resistance or slightly higher at, let's say, $1.48. As an example, you can draw that even all the way back to here. Once was support, then turned into resistance. So a logical pullback area would be here. Doesn't mean it's going to pull back here. No, it might pump higher before we get a pullback. Maybe it goes all the way up to here, for example, $2. But people are starting to pay attention. And that's actually interesting because there's not really that much volume happening on virtuals right now, or that many new AI agents launching, but the token itself is pumping pretty hard right now. AI agents are going to go crazy when it starts creeping back in. Lark, the value of XRP will be high when RWAs are implemented, and there has to be high liquidity for speed and transactions built for that XRP are larger than you think. Perhaps, Creeker Monster. Look, I'm not, to be clear, it's not me trashing on XRP. That's me trashing on ridiculous price predictions. XRP is not going to $15,000, right? That's obvious. Can XRP get to $100 one day? That's actually not as crazy as it sounds. This cycle, I don't think that happens. RLUSD is probably going to be a big part of that, and yeah, real world assets and stuff like that, and the big connections and stuff, et cetera, et cetera. And I'm not a big XRP guy, but I can recognize the value of these sort of mechanisms coming in. But yeah, this cycle, $10, something like that's pretty reasonable, especially if Bitcoin goes to 150K. I mean, why wouldn't XRP then go, to something like that? So anyway, but yeah, $1,000 XRP, $15,000 XRP. These are redonkulous price predictions. Checking in from the Netherlands, Lark with hat. Lark, do you expect sell in May and go away to still happen? Well, with the way that Global M2's been pumping, it feels more like something like sell in June and go away, or sell in early July and go away. I think it is worthwhile, though, keeping an eye on that, all of the sort of macro stuff. It is a worrying picture that what's going to happen when all these ships that have been turned around, essentially, are just not going to show up. It's going to happen to all the truck drivers. The stores are supposed to be stocking stuff, and there's a lot of economic problems going on right now because of Trump's tariff stuff. Lark, can you check Pengu? I guess, Roger. I don't really want to. I'm going to be honest. And not because I don't like Pengu, but because I had a buy order in for it at 0.006 and it didn't get filled, and now I'm just watching it pump. Salty, okay? No, but in all seriousness, Roger, this thing's been a beast. Look at this. Yeah, my buy order and was where is it? It's like down. It was down here. I thought, okay, we're gonna get a 20-day retest. Like, come on, 20-day EMA retest. Can we read? No, 20-day EMA retest for you, Lark. No. Okay, sure, we'll get a 50-day EMA retest. I'll put my bid order in down here at 7. There's 0.007 cents. Nope. Just smashing higher. A lot of big influencers have been talking about this. I think Alex Becker and a few other guys have been talking it up, and so it's been pumping pretty hard recently. Pengu is probably an interesting one to keep an eye on. Should I be a buyer here? I mean, everything's been relentlessly just bidding up nonstop. I don't know. There's always an opportunity in the market, and if I miss a coin, it doesn't really matter. I'll just get on the next train when it starts going. But I kind of like Pengu, and I had a position, and I sold that 6 weeks ago or whatever, just to reduce the meme exposure while shit was going down in the market. but I didn't get back in time, so I missed a juicy part of that move, let's say. So unfortunately, locked in a loss on that one. I thought, okay, get in when it starts moving back up, but it just giga pumped straight back up. So say la vie, you can't win them all. But I'm still interested in Pengu. I like Pengu, and I think if we get a decent pullback at some point, which gosh darn, we got to get a decent pullback at some point, right? We're not just going to mega pump forever. Well, Bitcoin may just be saying, screw you, go higher. We're going higher. There'll be no quarter, no pullbacks, only mega pumps. Good day from Melbourne. Do you think we've all screwed up keeping a big portion of our portfolios and alts hoping to gain in terms of Bitcoin? Do you see alts getting against Bitcoin? Yeah, I mean, look, realistically, alts are really just instruments for swinging in and out, right? It's been a really tough cycle to try to actually pretend to be a serious investor in altcoins, right? A lot of them have not rewarded us very well for believing in them. Now, some meme coins you got in early, could row them up for more than a few days. Solana obviously did really well. Sui obviously did really well. These things outperformed Bitcoin by a huge degree, but a lot of altcoins have not. So, and here we are again. Here proof over the last few days. You would have been over the last month, had you had your money in Fartcoin instead of Bitcoin, you would have gained 10x returns compared to Bitcoin. Bitcoin's up, I don't know how much Bitcoin up since the bottom here. Not that much. Bitcoin's up 25% and Fartcoin's up 500%. So yes, altcoins will keep making money. Just most of them won't, but then most of them never really do they? That's kind of part of the problem. Pretty sure the Zuck wants to use crypto for payments on Meta. He always has. Yeah, one of these days, man. One of these days, gonna come back. Lark needs financial advice, don't we all? So unfortunately, you can't find that on the internet because I don't give out financial advice. Neither do other crypto content creators. Anyway, larks build nests on the ground. Interesting. Can AVAX break $200? Of course it can. Will it? That's the different question. But I think so. I've still got a pretty good bag of AVAX just chilling there. Still feel like, though, overall, my portfolio is probably 90. Oh, my gosh. Bitcoin's going for it, guys. Let's go. 95,500. Woo. I still feel like I have too many coins in my portfolio, to be honest. I feel like I could probably cut it down to like 3 or 4 majors and then like 5 or 6 speculation coins, and that's all I need. Just keep buying new shit. Just gotta stop doing it. Gotta double down. And to an extent, what I did, the market was, having its little moment back there at the start of April, was just moving money from point A to point B. Like I sold my near bag. Actually, I think I sold that in March. But anyway, I sold my near bag, and just that money just went into other coins, right? That went into like Aptos, right? So yeah, anyway. Lark, you got a realistic juke prediction? $5. My unrealistic prediction is $20. Actually, it's crazy. You see their daily revenue, and then you see the amount of buybacks they should be doing based on that daily revenue and their current market cap. And you're like, that's a lot of coins they should, in theory, be buying back from the market. Yes, I love waking up early. Big fan. Not crazy, or not. I'm not talking like 4 a.m. shit. Those people are crazy, man. Y'all crazy waking up at 4 a.m. 6, 7. Yeah. Lark, how does Theta look? Let's have a look. Let's have a look at how Theta looks. Interesting question. These guys are, by the way, absolutely cooking right now with huge partnerships with like major sports brands and stuff. What's going on here? The API is being funny. Maybe I'll try a different exchange so I can get all my EMAs in there. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Trading views lagging. Maybe it's because the power's off in Portugal. There's some substation there. So there we go. Okay. Look, definitely lagging behind. It's interesting. They all have big AI agent stuff that's going on, and big sports partnerships, and like huge firms they're working with. And this is the price action right now. But hey, I guess, even to get back up to the 200-day, it's got a long way to go. It's almost 100% pump from here to the 200-day EMA, man. That's a big move. And it's interesting to see how a coin that's kind of doing so much isn't actually showing that so much in the price action currently. But hey, currently at 28 EMA, I suppose perhaps there is an opportunity, although I do expect a pullback in the market in the not so distant future. The market seems to not want to be giving that currently. So a bounce here off the 28 EMA up to the 50-day, at least a short-term trade at 85 cents, not potentially a bad idea. But if Bitcoin does roll over, Solana rolls over, this loses the 20-day EMA in that scenario. Lark never talks about, I literally talked about SUI today. I talk about SUI all the time, man. What are you talking about? Did you even watch the video today? We literally just talked about SUI like 10 minutes ago. Get your facts right, man. Get your facts right. Come on. Actually, I didn't talk about my Aptos bags. I don't always talk about my bags. I talk about my bags frequently because I'm a fan of my bags, believe it or not. But some of them I look at and just like, nah, that fucking bag. I cut that and put it into something else. Anyway, but that's a different conversation. I frequently talk about coins that I don't own. You guys ask all kinds. We talk about XRP all the time. I don't own XRP, but I like keeping an eye on it. Smellborn. Lark definitely does not talk about Link enough. I do not. It's probably going to go to $1 bajillion. How are you feeling about Say? I don't know how I'm feeling about Say today. Let's have a look at the charts. I'll tell you. Still holding my bag. Still think it's got some pretty good potential when markets start running here. Well, 21 cents. Nice. Good. Nice. Okay, great. Doing better than some. Not as good as others. Kind of stuck in the middle here, but that's all right. Come on, man. All I need is a $2 Say. That's it. $2 Say, man. I'm selling it all. Monero Pero. Lark holds Monero. Now, Monero Pero, you will know because you're probably a Monero holder, although I think you might be an FBI PSYOP based on your name. Those who hold Monero do not talk about Monero. Don't you know the #1 rule of Monero Club? Never talk about Monero Club. If you hold Monero, you shut the fuck up about it. Okay, that's the point of Monero. It is the ultimate private money. Should have bought some fart coin, Lark. I know. I should have just aped back in, man. It was too strong. I just didn't. Never gave a decent pullback, did it? Oh, well. Say la vie. Lark, stop avoiding the ETH discussion. I saw some of the comments on the my ETH video the other day. People did not like the criticism. It's fair. I get it. I know. I understand. I was in that abusive relationship for a very long time with Ethereum. But I was also, well, in that relationship with Ethereum, I was also pretty honest about the shortcomings of ETH. And honestly, it's like I said, look, I love ETH. I think ETH has been a cornerstone of this industry for a long time and all this kind of stuff. That being said, your money's probably going to be better put almost anywhere else. And look, we finally did get some ETF inflows into Ethereum late last week. I think we had $150 million total inflow to ETH last week from Wall Street. So it's not to say that they didn't want to buy some ETH. The problem is that they bought $3.5 billion worth of Bitcoin last week. Maybe it's 3.2. 30 times as much Bitcoin as they did Ethereum. That's a pretty big difference if you ask me. So you just have to ask yourself, why is it that everybody, so Bitcoin, great, Solana, great, SUI, great, Aptos, stuff like this, some of these other coins that are sort of the beta plays of those sort of more leader plays. And yeah, maybe I should have just flipped my Aptos bag into SUI, but how the hell is I supposed to know SUI is going to partner up with Pokemon, man? Come on. I've been trying not to have too many similar coins, and having a bunch of move coins has not kind of been doing that. I think I'm going to cut one of my move coins soon and just, again, consolidate down, because I'm not going to generally see dramatic outperformance of one versus the other. Oh, boy. Lark, would you buy a fart coin at this price? No. Yes, but no. I don't know. Look, fart coins had such a crazy run. I really like fart coin. And I'm kind of annoyed that I sold it for 25% profits. I really thought there was going to be a decent pullback, but there really wasn't anyway. C'est la vie. Let me just bring up the chart here for you. Here. Okay. Yeah, fart coin here. So it's at $1.18 right now, which is the price that it got to approximately the 23rd of April. So that becomes the key area to break through now for fart coin. It did this previously around 95 cents, where it had this sort of sideways action trying to break higher, and then blammo, it broke higher pretty quickly. You can see here we did have a retest of that zone here. So breakout, retest of the previous area of resistance, flipping into support, now pushing higher. The tricky part is we're starting at this big RSI bearish divergence forming up. If we can break definitively higher on the RSI in the next few days, that'll cancel that out. But right now, we have multiple touch points where we have these sort of slightly higher prices coming in with the RSI continuing to trend down, which is technically a bearish divergence. So at some point, fart coin pulls back to at least the 50-day EMA and this sort of uptrend line that's been forming up here, which is basically on the 50-day EMA as well. So best entry right now is probably going to be around 70, 75 cents, something like that, if we get sort of a broader market pullback in the next few days. But, then here's Bitcoin at $95,500 saying, you want to pull back? Screw you. There's no pullbacks. Up only forever. That being said, there's going to be pullbacks, guys. It always is pullbacks. All right. Sonic literally range bound going. I know. It'll break out at some point. ETH treated you like a drunk stepdad coming home from a loss at the pool league. It's dark, man. That's dark. Why would you sell Ethereum IMO? Just buy more once it hits 10K, easy money. Well, yes, but if ETH is going to 10K, imagine where Solana is going to be. Imagine where Sui is going to be. Apto is going to be. Again, it's not that you're not going to make money off of ETH. I never said you would make money off of ETH. I just think there's better performers out there potentially. Now maybe everybody in the sentiment totally turns around, ETH becomes a new paradigm of money, and Wall Street starts aping in $1 billion a day. And hey, c'est la vie. But yeah, there you go. Anyway, guys, we're gonna finish up there for today. You guys are awesome. I'll see you back tomorrow for the next live stream. Peace.